Yo, guys, welcome back. I think we're at episode 83. This is, follow her on Instagram, Celeste KC. That's Celeste, like CELESTE KC. And this is a very Kansas City-centric episode. If you live in Kansas City, you're really going to enjoy this one. And if you're looking to go on vacation or you might be coming to Kansas City soon, this is a great one, too, to kind of get an idea of what you should do when you're here, what to expect, what barbecue places not to go to, which ones maybe to go to. This was just a lot of fun. I love Kansas City. I call it home. I've been here longer than anywhere. And Celeste was born and raised here, and she posts nothing but Kansas City like she bleeds royal blue. It's beautiful. This was a great time. Give her a follow. We were both on that same TV show, but I just had fun learning more about what she has to say about Kansas City. Hope you see. I'm all over my words, guys. So without any further ado, here is Celeste. Boom, shalak, boom.
Welcome to the Inner Talk podcast. We'll no topic is off limits. Now here's your host, my daddy, Android Soul. Oh wait, one more thing for me. Thank you for coming to the Inner podcast. Boom, swat, boom.
But we're not streaming. This isn't live.
Right,
But
right.
pretend this is live.
Right, okay.
I don't edit. It's basically live.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to try and get you canceled. So stay on your toes.
I've been trying to do that for 48 years. So.
Holy cow, you're 48?
Yes.
Wow.
I had to think about it, yes.
You don't look 48 at all.
Thank you.
Wow, congratulations.
Yeah, it's genetics.
So, why don't you introduce yourself real quick?
My name is Celeste Lupercio.
Okay. Now, we will start off this with, I found out about you through the Getting Likes TV show, which I've talked a little bit about on this show. Not a whole lot. Our last episode was kind of dedicated to that.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh. Sorry, as I take my water. So you were on that, and you reached out to me, I think, or I reached out to you, whatever, to do this one. And you are basically, I don't know, Kansas City and through.
Yes.
It's based on the email I got from you. You got your hands in, like, all kinds of Kansas City pots.
Uh-huh.
I don't even know where to begin with you.
I don't either.
Right? Born and raised here?
Yes.
Okay.
Independence.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Well, what was the first thing you'd like to talk about that you got your hands in? Oh, you want to talk about the TV show real quick at all?
Sure, yeah, let's talk about it.
Did you have a good experience?
I had a good experience. It wasn't exactly what I thought it would be.
Yeah.
But it's my first time doing anything like that. And, I'm glad it's on not too broadly known of a channel. 'Cause, so I could decide I never want to do that again, or I do want to do that again.
When is your episode going to be out?
January 27th.
Okay, that's in a couple weeks.
Right. It's on a Monday. I will be in New Orleans, so I won't get to watch it.
Are you going to tell people about it? Are you going to watch it first
Yes.
and then then start telling people?
Correct.
Yeah, I think it's too late for me. I think people already know that it'll be out there, but I just won't tell people when it's available. I don't
Right.
even know when it's available.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely
I'll find
will.
out. I know how to find out for you, though.
IMDb?
Yes, IMDb.
Phone's going off. Did you learn anything as far as like because you wanted to go on there to get your Instagram stronger and
Right.
bigger.
Yes.
So did you learn things to do that at all?
I think the main thing I learned was that they talked about what they called a flyer, but like a static image. They said, that's not great. You need to have they want me to do more selfies. And I just feel really awkward about that because I feel that's too self-promotional. And they're like, yeah, that's what social media is, dummy. So it's like, okay, good point taken. So I'm not saying that I'm doing more selfies, but I'm trying to gear myself up to that, to feel more comfortable with doing that. And, I just don't want to seem like I'm trying to be all about me, even though that's not what my posts usually are. My posts are very much not about me. But, it's just a matter of, I guess, a comfort level and trying to get more comfortable with it.
Huh, they told you to do more selfies.
Yes, because it should be like Celeste is enjoying Kansas City. Look at me enjoy Kansas City, versus where I just show Kansas City. It should be me
Do
enjoying.
they mean selfies like holding the phone out
Yes.
like that, or having someone taking just pictures of
Either.
just you?
Both.
I could see people taking pictures of you doing that because that looks a little bit more. I don't know. There's something about the person that just does the selfies, holding it out to them. I'm not into that kind of person.
And they did agree that the negative to that is then it's always from the same angle every photo because it's a selfie.
Right.
And if you're right-handed or left-handed or however you hold your phone. So, but they're like, no one cares about if you just ask a stranger, take my picture. That's like a common part of society. So don't feel awkward about having people take your picture. But also, I don't feel like I look natural when it's someone I don't know. I feel like then I have a staged smile.
Yeah.
Which is not a good one. My staged smile is awkward.
I know what you mean. Charlie, would you do me a favor and move that light so it pull that the bottom light on the floor, pull it out so it pops more to the curtain. It'll look better.
Okay.
I feel awkward about asking people to take my picture with my phone because I'm afraid that they're gonna
steal your phone.
No, go through my photos.
You know
the one on the floor, the long one on the floor over here, on the bottom of the curtain. Pull it out and then tilt it up towards the curtain. You know what I mean? No, pull it towards Celeste, so it makes it a little brighter in here. There we go. That's good. Yeah, that looks sexy. Looks good with your hair too.
My pop-up purple.
There we go. That looks better. Sorry,
That's okay.
it's very unprofessional of me, but
you know that there are apps where you can hide your pictures on your phone, right?
Yeah, I know, but I know I've been through this before. You're supposed to have certain files to hide certain things, but I don't know. I just try to. Maybe that's what I needed. That would probably alleviate a lot of anxiety in my world. All right. But then I got to go through all the different ones.
It's kind of a pain. Yeah.
It is a pain, but I should probably do that. And then I don't have to be worried about anybody grabbing my phone.
Right.
All right. So a way you could alleviate that I know some people do is they put their phone, they lean it up against somewhere, and then they take the video. And then you can just do whatever kind of poses you want, and then freeze frame it, and then screen grab it.
Honestly, I have a little tripod that Google gave me, that holds your own phone up. And I also have a selfie light that Google gave me. And I still...
Oh, cool.
I still don't use them yet. I'm still not ready. But I have the tools that I need to do that when I'm ready.
Not ready yet?
Not ready.
So have you been working on your Instagram game after the show?
I have a little bit, but honestly, the holidays are really busy for me. My family is huge. We have a ton of events around the holidays. And so I really haven't been as focused on my Instagram or, Kansas City in the last month since I've sort of wrapped up from getting likes.
Okay. Just wondering if you've seen any kind of improvement, any improvement at all from doing it, but I guess you probably wouldn't know yet.
No.
Are you going to try and incorporate and kind of, now that the new year's here, the holidays are over, you're going to just hit it hard and try and, how many followers you got right now?
I have no idea. I can look. Because coming up here really quick are the things that I am really interested in. So or that I'm promoting and that I'm involved with. So I definitely want to get in on it, get it going because, so I have 458 whopping followers.
Nice. That's good.
But
especially if there are a lot of Kansas City people, that's a good following.
Yeah, it is mostly Kansas
City.
That's good. But I have the West 18th Street Fashion Show I'm involved with. That's coming up in June. Of course, basketball. That's what I do for a living, but also just in general in Kansas City. The huge impact that has, is obviously in March. So the things that I have a passion about are coming up soon. So I do need to get on top of my Instagram so I can grow that audience.
What do you mean you work for Google?
I don't work for Google.
Or
I'm a Google
I read
local
something. Yeah.
guide.
Okay. You're a Google local guide.
Yes.
What does that mean?
Level 7.
Level 7.
Yes.
What is that? Some kind of Scientology thing?
Yes,
You go to a
it
couple more
is.
levels and you're going to get to meet the creator?
I went to the Scientology grand opening here in Kansas City.
Really?
As a matter of fact, yes, I did.
What was that like?
They're very nice.
They're the nicest humans,
I
aren't
try
they?
not to get involved in the whole politics of it or
Sure.
religion of it or whatever you want to say, because they've actually worked with me before in the past. So, and they've always been nothing but nice to me. And they're like,
I've had
Celeste, we
nothing but-
love you. We want you
Yeah.
to come to our grand opening. And, I'm like, why not? I mean, part of it is you want to be a fly on the wall and like, okay,
Check it out. What is this about?
Are they going to try to implant me with a chip? They did not.
That
So
you know
it was
of.
fine. It's fine. I'm pretty sure they don't want me.
Oh, they want everybody.
But yeah, they're so very nice, and I don't know. It was fine. It was a good experience, and I'm glad I went.
Yeah.
I mean, how are you going to say no to that? Of course, I'm going to go do it. But I forget what was your question. Something about Scientology. I don't know how we got into the subject of Scientology.
Hey, you brought it up. Not me. I don't want that bad mojo. They'll come after me. They've got some power now. I don't know. Just your Google, like how you got involved with Google and stuff.
Google
You're a
local
level
guide.
7. You're a level 7.
Level 7 local guide. So basically, it's just like when you review, when you post photos, when you make edits to Google Maps, all of these things, you get points for doing that. I had no idea. I was reviewing barbecue. This is how this all came around, as barbecue.
Reviewing it on what? Yelp?
On Google.
Okay.
Yes. So my friend Kurt and I, we decided, like, we're just being silly. And one day we decided we're going to go to every barbecue place in Kansas City.
Oh, cool.
Because we started doing lunches like every other week.
Okay.
And we're like, let's just go to every other barbecue. That's all we're doing anyway. Let's go to let's hit every single Kansas City barbecue place.
Nice.
So we like put together a list. Lo and behold, there's like 100 or more. I knew we had a lot of barbecue.
What's the number? Do you know what the
realize-
total number is?
I don't know, because it changes so much.
Right.
And then like I'll find out about one that I didn't know about. So, and also, what do you consider Kansas City? What's our geographical boundary is right now where we're at, because we've been to so many. Now we have to decide how far out do we want to go.
Uh-huh.
Do we want to go, like Wabash is in Excelsior Springs, or there's one in Green Valley,
Yeah.
or there's quite a few.
Those are the
in, like,
outskirts.
Raymore,
Those are the
Belton.
outskirts. I don't know if
Yeah,
I count
know.
those.
I know. So, that's right now kind of where we're at, like, because we're pretty close to the end. And so, anyway, I started reviewing the barbecue after a while, because people would ask me, I couldn't remember which ones I liked and didn't like, because we'd been to so many. So that's why I started reviewing. Next thing I knew, I had this email from Google telling me, because you're a level 5 local guide, you're invited to apply to attend Connect Live. So it's this summit, all expenses paid, where Google chooses 200 people to fly out to their headquarters, and they pay the 100% of everything.
Wow.
And they just want to visit with like 200 local guides from around the entire world. So I'm like, whatever. I didn't even know I was a local guide. I'm a level 5. There's 10 total levels.
Oh, you're almost there.
Yeah. I'm like, I had no idea like about any of this. I'm like, this is ridiculous. I'm not going to make it. But here's 2 reasons why I think I could maybe make it. Day 1 is on my birthday. So if there's any kind of like luck in this, like it's that. And then B, Kansas City, Google is paying attention to Kansas City right now.
Oh, yeah, they have been.
Yes, exactly. So I feel like, starting with the whole Google fiber thing, starting
Right.
in Topeka, and then temporarily naming the city Google.
Mm-hmm.
But then also we were the first city that they chose for the arts and culture app that they have. But then also National Geographic named Kansas City one of the top, I forget, 5 or 7 places in the world to visit. We were the only city in America National Geographic said you should visit, was Kansas City. So I'm like,
really?
Kansas City is like, we're happening right now. So I'm like, I'm going to hope that me being from Kansas City helps my chances as well. So my friend Estuardo Garcia, he's a videographer, and he filmed me for free, talking about why I'm a Google local guide, what my passions are. So Birdie's Panties is one of the places in Kansas City that I love as far as local businesses goes, and they let me go in and film from their shop. So that might have also helped that there's bras and panties in the background. Maybe that's also why I got chosen. But 200 people from across the world got chosen, and I'm one of them. And I just could not believe it when I got that email, I mean, it was like 11:30 at night. I was getting ready for bed, and I mean, I'm screaming in my house,
Right.
like probably
How
sounded like bloody
exciting.
murder. I'm like, I can't, and I never believed it. Like, every step of the way. I could not believe it. I'm clicking on the email, waiting for something spam, waiting for them to ask me for my social security number, or, like I'm going to get hacked or identity theft, or no, it's 100% legit. And, Google just wants to meet different people from around the world who they've identified what we're doing is genuine, and they want to ask us, how is Google Maps working for you? How is, because they're trying to improve, when I was attending, it was, the whole first world problem thing. You realize how, we're mapped, like, and the Google cars have been through Kansas City and all of that, but all of the countries where there aren't even streets, but there are roads, and people need to know how to get to places.
Right.
And so these places need to get mapped. And the only way that Google can do that is with the help of people, so there's 120 million local guides across the world, helping them. And so they just talked to 200 of us for 4 days. They hosted us at this amazing conference, and I cannot believe this exists.
Where was it?
It was in San Jose.
Cool.
And since I've been back, I've learned.
How long ago was this?
This was in November. This was November 12th through 15th. So this just happened.
Super recently.
Yes. And also now I'm friends with people from around the world, from 54 countries. And I mean, and we're all still in contact. Every day we're in the Telegram app. So every day we're talking. And it's wonderful to see everyone's cultures over Thanksgiving, over Hanukkah, over Christmas, over New Year's, but also I think it really is making me such a better human on this earth because, for instance, all my friends from Australia. So every day they're posting what's going on in Australia, and
fires.
Yes, and
I don't really know what happened. I just all of a sudden, because I don't watch TV or follow a whole lot of news sometimes.
I don't watch TV either.
And I just saw a couple posts of some fires in Australia, but I don't really know the magnitude I
believe it's as big as the island of Manhattan at this point, and it's creating what it's creating in the environment is making it pretty impossible for firefighters to put it out. And it is so devastating. And to hear from my friends who are living there and are in it, it's so much more impactful. And
right?
It's just
Isn't Australia largely inhabited, though?
I don't know much about population of it by any means.
I mean, just like all the population is like in a couple of spots, but then everything else is just wild.
All of that, yeah, is how much of it's going to be left, who knows, after all this.
Yeah.
Because it's just pretty impossible for them to put it out at this point. So just praying for rain.
I need to go check out more. Like I said, I haven't paid much attention. I am curious about it. 'Cause Australia has a lot of animals that aren't supposed to be there.
Well, and a lot of those animals, all the vets are having to euthanize. So many of those animals have been burned, and
fires
happen. Such devastation.
I wonder what started it. Probably. But I mean, so my point is, there are a lot of animals that aren't even supposed to be in Australia that they've tried to eradicate, which is why they have a weird problem. I wonder if this fire has taken out any of those species that they've been trying to get rid of.
I have no idea.
I'd like to know.
I can ask my friends for you.
I bet you they don't have an answer yet. But once it's all told, I wonder if they'll be like, "Oh shit, that one frog we were trying to get rid of is gone now." I wonder if that's happened.
I don't know. Good question.
They have a weird animal problem over there.
Yeah.
Because it started out, I don't know what the exact genesis of it was, but they had some kind of like frog over there, and it was like really loud and annoying, and it was eating a lot of the other native species. And so we're like, we gotta do something to get rid of these frogs. Oh, I know. We'll bring in a
Some
snake.
kind of predator.
Yeah,
right.
we bring in a snake to eat it, and then they're like, oh shit. The snake's taking over. What do we do? Let's get whatever. Mongooses. Those take care of snakes. And now the mongoose. So it's like these steps. And now they got all these crazy animals that aren't supposed to be there. Maybe this fire was just nature's way of taking care of some of that.
Who knows?
Fires can be really good for the environment. They can suck at first, but it burns everything down, and then it gets a brand new growth.
Let's hope.
That's what happens. I mean, it's a natural thing. It's just part of how the world works, and fires can be quite beneficial.
Yeah, I mean, with our environment the way it is, I'm by no means an expert, but you just never know if things are going to happen anymore like they should happen or as they have in the past, because
it's Mother Nature.
I know,
how should anything happen or shouldn't happen? Things are just going to happen. There's no should or shouldn't. It's just this weird world we live in. Just interesting, amazing things. That's what, Mother Nature, she doesn't care. She just wants to keep us on our toes.
Yeah. Hopefully though, yeah, this is done, said and done sooner than later, as far as, for all the lives of the people in their homes and all of
Right.
that, all of
Oh,
that
yeah,
good stuff.
for sure.
That's so rough to watch.
They're going to get chased off into the ocean, and then the ocean is filled with sharks and octopuses and other things that can kill you. These people are screwed. Which way do they go?
Good
Sandwiched.
question. Yeah. Not a lot of options for sure.
Hopefully it won't get that bad. That's crazy. I guess that's what happens when you're stuck on an island.
Yeah.
No matter how big it is. All right, we'll get back into the Kansas City train.
Sure,
here.
let's do it.
So yeah, that's the whole Google thing.
Barbecue, lots of food. I eat a lot.
Barbecue.
If you follow me on Instagram, you see that I eat a lot.
You went over 100 barbecue joints?
We're close to that. Yes.
All right. I mean, what's some of the worst?
There's been some bad ones.
Really?
And, it's an expensive cut of meat. It's time consuming. So no matter where you go, it's relatively pricey. So that's the worst, is when we shell out $25 for lunch, and
that sucks.
And it's terrible.
Now when you go to these places, do you tend to get the same thing?
Kind of, sort of. We both have. I don't like sausage. He does. So he'll usually end up getting sausage everywhere.
Okay.
Ribs are my favorite. I will usually end up getting ribs everywhere.
Okay, perfect.
But, I usually like to start off by telling the server, we're on a barbecue tour. We've been to, 75 other places in Kansas City. What's your thing that you think is the best here?
Okay.
Which one should we try? And sometimes they give us the whole, everything is good. And I'm like,
jeez.
that usually means it's not.
Yeah.
That usually means nothing stands out. There's nothing that's great. It's all kind of meh. Whenever someone's like, everything is great. No, it's not. Come on. We all have the one strength. No matter what restaurant you go to, there's always that one dish that is your strength. Or two, maybe even. But so, yes, definitely have been some awful places.
What are some of the bad ones?
I think the worst one that's coming to mind, because we have been doing this for over 2.5 years, so it's kind of hard to remember, but sort of recent, I went to one called Hickory Log. It's in Wyandotte, and I've driven by it 1,000 times because I have a cousin that lives really near there, and it's been there forever. And there's plenty of people who reviewed it on Google and this is our favorite place. This is where we've always gone. And I'm just like,
those are workers.
Wow, you need to
and family members
of
that
get
place.
Out, because there was nothing good about the experience at all, 100%. And then also the portions were really small. So even though it wasn't good, usually what barbecue place do you leave and you don't have leftovers? Usually you do. And Kurt and I are texting each other later on 3 o'clock. We're both like, I'm hungry. Are you hungry? Yeah, we're still hungry. So our bellies weren't even satisfied.
Hickory Log.
Yeah. Don't do
All
that.
right, no Hickory Log. Give us another one.
Another bad one?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, geez. I would have to look in my phone to see what another one, because a lot of them, their names are super close. They all have a hickory or a pit or a smoke in it. And I don't want to misquote and say another one that was really bad that ends up being one that was really good. I don't want to. So I could definitely look, and you can look at my reviews on Google and see. I try to be honest, and I don't want to give anyone a 1 star if they don't deserve it. But
do you have some 1 stars?
Yeah,
Hickory's a 1 star.
Hickory is a 1 star. 100%.
What made it a 1 star? Just the food was so bad, or did the service suck?
The food wasn't tasty. The barbecue wasn't prepared well. I am not a barbecue judge. I'm not a barbecue expert, other than I know what I like, and I've lived in Kansas City my whole
That's
life.
what you're supposed to judge it on.
But I have volunteered for American Royal at the World Series of Barbecue for 10 years.
Oh, my.
And and I volunteer in the judging area. And before it even starts, all of the certified Kansas City Barbecue Society judges, they give their oath. And then they also have a recording where they run through the key points of what they had to learn as judges. And they talk about, for instance, ribs. Everyone's like, ooh, it's fall off the bone. That actually means it's overcooked. You still want to have a little bit of a bite or a pull, and the same thing with brisket. How easy is that sort of snapping back? So I know a little bit from 10 years of listening to this highlights of the training that they go through, and also tasting all of the barbecue at the Royal as well. So I do know a little bit about what makes good barbecue and not. So the way they prepare the barbecue there is not good, would not be judged well, I should say. And then the flavor, it was dry, it was whatever. The service wasn't great. So just nothing about it. And then again, like I said, it didn't even fill us up. So we paid, what I feel is a lot of money for lunch. And, then we walked away still kind of feeling hungry and dissatisfied with our meal.
Do you do any kind of videos with these?
I don't. I probably should.
You really should. You're really missing out on a cool YouTube channel.
I've watched a couple of videos from a guy. I'm pretty sure he's local, and he does barbecue reviews. Or not barbecue, hamburger reviews.
Okay.
And I've seen him kind of go around different places in Kansas City, and then he went to Booch's, which is like one of the, popular places at Mizzou, which is where I went. So I had a blast watching him when he was at Booch's to get that experience. And he tries hamburgers everywhere he goes, and that was fun to watch. And I kind of have thought about it.
You could totally do that.
I don't know if Kurt would. I don't know if he would be into it. If he
have him be your camera guy.
I guess, yeah.
He'll just hold your phone, and you'll just do the reviews. Here we are at Hickory Log. Let's go check this place out. He's following you. You've seen the shows,
right?
Do something like that, and if it's all Kansas City centric, you've actually got you've got the audience that you're speaking Kansas City stuff anyways.
Right. I probably wouldn't.
You're already
ever
doing
again.
it. Just turn your phone on. You're already doing it.
Right. Yeah. I don't know if people want to watch me eat ribs. Get it all over my face.
Everybody wants to see that and make it extra sloppy.
Messy.
Yeah, that'll be your thing.
Or you wipe your mouth and it rubs across your cheek.
Yeah,
that kind of move.
That's how you know if it's really good. And if you're at a shitty place like Hickory Log, you don't make a mess at all.
Yeah.
You're constantly wiping
I'm
yourself
drinking
off.
all the water,
yeah.
trying to guzzle this down, force it down my gullet.
Yeah, that'd be really cool. I like it.
All right. I'll work on that.
I'm serious. That'd be cool.
I have a lot of friends that tell me that I should start. I kind of sort of started a blog. I really didn't, but they think I should do a blog that speaks about all of my Kansas City experiences, so that anyone who wants to visit the city can see what to do, and then maybe even start a business.
Do a vlog
where
instead.
People, maybe I should do a vlog probably. That's
who
such
reads?
a level of comfort that I would have to get into for sure.
You could do it.
Mm-hmm.
Who reads? Don't people just want to watch video this day and age?
That's the thing. Yeah, it's all about videos.
See,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do you more help than that TV show.
Okay, all right.
These are what you need to be doing.
Do I have to pay you for all this advice?
No, of course not.
Okay, good.
Of course not. Your time here is awesome. All right, I guess I have to ask, what's the best barbecue in Kansas City?
Oh gosh, I mean, again, that's just really hard to ask or answer, I should say, because it also depends also on what kind of experience you're wanting. If you're wanting sort of a nice experience, maybe you're taking some business people to, or whether you guys don't care about kind of going to,
What are some of your
Joe's gas
favorites?
station.
Right, Casey
One
Joe's,
of
of course.
Yeah.
Q39.
Slaps would be, I think it's really well known right now. I mean, now it is, but at the beginning, it wasn't, because it's kind of a newer one, I would say. It's one of my ones where everything I've had has been awesome.
Oh, really?
Yes.
The hype lives up to it, huh?
Yes,
Or
it's
lives up to
probably
the
one of
hype.
my favorite briskets in Kansas City. I feel like people really don't do brisket right.
Where is
At a lot of places. It's in Wyandotte.
Okay.
It's on Central, so just as soon as you drive in. So what would that be like?
Seventh, probably.
Yeah, 6th, maybe even. And then right across the street from that is like one of my favorite local bars. It's called Chicago's. You should totally go there and hang out. It's awesome. Kind of.
I used to work down there.
Yeah. So Chicago's is awesome. And then also right by there is one of my favorite coffee places, which is Split Log Coffee. I love Split
I've heard
Log.
of that place.
It's great. You should definitely check it out. And they're about to open up another location in Northeast, which is great. So I love that I grew up spending a lot of time in Wyandotte. My maternal side of the family, all my cousins live there. So
I love Wyandotte.
I love Wyandotte. I love
my first place I lived in
supporting any of
Kansas
those
City
businesses.
after high school was in Wyandotte.
Yeah. I love it, and it's really sort of coming around. A lot of great business growth. The Kansas City, Kansas Chamber of Commerce is really they're kind of it's
coming up, huh?
They're hipping it up.
Are they?
Yes.
I've only driven through it when I've been going out to like Legends area. I don't like calling that Wyandotte.
No, yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
Because it's Cheney.
Yeah, I don't know. When I think Wyandotte,
it's not the heart, the spirit.
KCAF. I think like maybe 75th on down to like 7th, 6th, like that area. Any
there are
higher than that.
A lot of cool bars, and great restaurants coming up through there.
Oh,
so it's really
and
growing. Yes.
Huh.
So Slaps for sure is one of my favorites.
I need to get back to Wyandotte.
I just went to one in Gladstone. I don't like the name. It's the Mud Hole. I don't know. I just don't know.
Wyandotte or Liberty?
This is in Gladstone.
Oh, okay.
It's in
Gladstone. Okay.
I think they used to have a food truck in Liberty or another location somewhere else, and they moved because I think they're new to this area.
Okay.
To that building.
Because I've been to the Mud Hole. I think it's their original brick and mortar in Liberty.
Uh-huh.
I live just a few blocks from that. Do they do like wontons, like barbecue wontons?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I really enjoyed our meal there. Both of us did.
Yeah.
It was good service. The food was tasty. The portions were huge. The pricing was great. The price point was great.
Mm-hmm.
That was kind of one of the newer ones
Their
where I was
sauces
like,
are
this
good.
place right here. Yeah.
Yeah, that place
really
is
liked
good.
it.
They're I'm not a huge fan of ordering tater tots.
Mm-hmm.
Their tater tots are insane.
Oh, really?
I feel like they're smoked.
Oh,
and then
interesting.
fried.
Uh-huh.
Because they have a real smoky, good flavor, and then you put their sauce on top of it. Oh, it's really good. And yeah, their wontons, they got these barbecued crab rangoons, whatever. Oh, those are so good. Yeah, that place is legit.
I really enjoyed it there. That's probably one of the more recent places we've been to that I had a great experience at.
Are you still doing this tour?
Oh, yes.
Like it's just going to keep going?
Yes, we were supposed to be going this week, but my week is booked with other lunches.
Really?
I eat a lot.
Do a lot of people know that you're a reviewer? Or do you just go straight up in there and tell people that you're a reviewer?
I don't really tell them I'm a reviewer.
That's
I don't
probably smart.
Oh, the whole influencer thing is like, I just rolled my eyes because literally and figuratively I roll, you know,
right.
The whole where people think they deserve something for being an influencer. I'm just trying to promote Kansas City and local businesses. I'm not trying to do anything for myself. I love Kansas City. I love, you know, the more people that I know, the more friends that I have that are entrepreneurs of any kind of business.
Mm-hmm.
I see what they're going through and the effort and the passion, and I want to support that. And I admire it more than I can ever describe. So that's all I'm about, is helping them in my teeny tiny little way. So if I can grow my followers on Instagram and therefore give them
promote them, right?
That's really all it's about. So
yeah, exactly. I know what you mean.
I definitely every now and then I'll have like I had my first little moment it was on New Year's Eve, actually. My friend and I, we were just going to have one quick drink before we went to our respective low-key parties. And so I had taken this great picture of the bartender, who I like to visit him often because I enjoy his personality. I also enjoy his cocktails. He makes his Manhattan is my favorite in Kansas City. And he's very attractive.
Shout him out.
His name is Drew, and he's at Parkway Social, and he's good looking. And I'm like, hey, Drew, take a picture or pose for this picture, and like, of you handing me this Manhattan, because I'm going to put it on my Instagram when I'm here. And so when Estuardo and I went in on New Year's Eve, he's like, I've been meaning to talk to you about that picture you posted. I was like, yeah. And he's like, yeah, they keep using it. And so I think like a lot of people give him trouble his coworkers give him trouble about, his, adorable picture, but then also they keep using it too. The business keeps using it.
Good for him.
So he's like, I can't decide how I feel about like,
he
if
feels
I
good
appreciate
about it.
You. Yeah.
He's lucky.
He does.
He's lucky. Good shout out to you, Drew.
Right. Yeah. So that was my first moment of like, oh, something I'm doing had an impact.
Nice.
That I was like, so that was fun.
That's awesome.
Uh-huh.
What made you want to, like, where does your love for Kansas City come from? You just born and raised, just always loved?
Yes. I that's my favorite campaign from the Royals was the Raised Royal, because I'm like, that just hit home. That was 100% me. Mm-hmm. I'm a huge Royals fan. I grew up in Independence. I grew up very close to the Royals Stadium.
Sure.
My family, we were, back then, I think was $3 to get in.
Nice.
We came to a lot of baseball games. A lot. We sat in GA.
It was the thing to do. It was super cheap.
Yes.
You could go to general admission, get right down there, sit anywhere you want.
Bring in your own food. So, my parents had to pay a lot of money to feed us during the game. And so I grew up loving baseball and loving Kansas City. And then in high school, I went to work for the Royals.
Oh, yeah.
I was an usher. And I think that might be the first time where I started to realize that Kansas City was cool, because whenever people would, visit, and they would come up to me and they would talk about, oh, the stadium is so beautiful. And it is, it's the only stadium I know. Mm-hmm. And then, I started going as the older I got and started traveling, and I love baseball. So I would go to every baseball stadium that I could. So I don't care if it's AAA or AA or single A.
Look at you.
And I go to these stadiums and I'm like, the Royals is awesome. Kauffman Stadium is awesome. It is gorgeous. Oh my gosh.
And now it's a classic.
Oh my gosh, yes. And I had no idea, and including, obviously going to other major league stadiums too. I had no idea how lucky we are. What a gem we have.
Right.
Don't get me started on how upset I am with this talk about moving the stadium downtown. This is people who
I like
feel,
it.
No, these are people that have no idea. They have never gone anywhere else, and they don't understand what we would lose. First of all, let's start with tailgating and how awesome and how fun tailgating is. And you are not going to have that again if you move the stadium downtown. Also,
You don't think so?
no.
Where would they put it?
You can't. The parking would be awful. And then whenever I go to like St. Louis or Chicago, and so you have to go to all the different bars and restaurants that are around that area. It's like New Year's Eve every day. It takes you forever to get to the bar to get a drink. Forget about trying to go to the restroom.
Isn't that good for the economy?
Everything is overpriced. I don't see how it's any different than 'cause I think less people, more people will do stuff at home before they go. So it's not going to.
I don't think so. I think more people, hey, let's instead of tailgating, we'll all go to Kansas KCPNL.
Oh no, it's you will want to avoid it. You'll want to.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So it'll be fun the first couple of times, and then you'll be like, no, I'm over it. I have a friend who used to bartend in Chicago near one of the stadiums, and they only need to work, during baseball season, and they can basically take the rest of the year off because they make so much money over that period of time. But then the rest of the year, there's like nothing going on at those bars, So I just don't want to be gouged like that. I want to have a fun experience. I want to be able to talk to my friends that I'm with. I don't have to yell at them and hear every other word. I just enjoy the whole camaraderie and like being able to, when I go to a game, I know people all over the place. Mm-hmm. So, I'm in lot G, I'm in lot A, I'm in lot M, I'm at this person's tailgate, I'm all over the place. So it's, this fun party everywhere beforehand, and then, go in and watch the game and have some fun in there too.
Okay. I get it. It is easy out there. It's right off the highway.
Mm-hmm. You can bring all kinds of delicious food.
It's just
drinks.
I've been to stadiums where, like, I've been to Fenway and I've been to Wrigley, and there's just something cool about it being in the city like that. There's just something cool about it.
Meh.
There just is. You know what I mean? It's just something cool about it being in the city. If you hit a home run and it goes out, that ball's in the city. It's not in the, Independence Raytown parking lot. That's in the city. That's down Broadway. I could hit somebody. 4. I don't know. There's just something. But I like the convenience too because, I'm pissed that they're screwing with the airport.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the airport, how it was. Is perfect. I don't understand why. It's the easiest airport to get in and out of in the country.
Absolutely.
And now they're all just going to cluster fuck it together, and it's going to be it's going to be stupid. I don't understand it. I don't understand. I guess not enough people voted.
Well, for the economy, it's going to be good because we're never going to get a lot of.
Oh, now you want to
things.
argue for the economy? I was just arguing for the economy for the stadium downtown. But now you want to argue with the okay.
I don't believe it will be a negative impact on the economy to keep the stadiums where they are. I do see how it will help the economy to have the airports change because that's what people are telling us. The reasons why we aren't getting certain events, certain large scale events.
That's not because of the airport.
A, hotels, B, airport.
No way.
Yes.
Nobody goes anywhere.
Yes.
Oh, where should we go on vacation, honey?
No.
I'll tell you where I'm not going. I'm not going to Kansas City because I don't like their airport.
Not people, individuals. The event organizers for large events.
Because it's too far away?
Like, for instance, no. The convenience of the airport and then the different airlines that we have access to. Because, they choose where they're going to fly in and out of based upon factors like what your airport is like. And
I don't see how that changes, though. The convenience is still, it's more convenient. There's 3 terminals instead of one. What's the difference between one big one, where it's all clustered together, than 3 spaced out ones? It's just, I don't understand what makes it better for anybody. I just don't understand the argument, I guess.
Yeah, it's also like the saturation of hotels. We have hopefully not an oversaturation of hotels, but that was a response again into why we aren't getting a lot of these huge things that we want. Like maybe we'll get the World Cup. We did get the All-Star game, which is awesome. But things like that, a lot of that reasons why those kinds of events don't come is what was because of lack of hotel space. So with the Lowe's Hotel coming in, and then so many other hotels have come in. So that's the kind of things that, we have to do to get those big events, and to keep winning those events. Obviously we don't want it just once. We want it, like for instance, the Big 12 men's basketball. We get that over and over and over again, and it's because we deliver on these events. So Kansas City has
KU's
to listen.
Right down the road, I think.
Oh, well, Kansas City has a long history of basketball.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's not just Big 12. We have the MIAA and NAIA here as well, those tournaments here.
Right.
Those are underappreciated, or I don't know, not as well known that we have those tournaments here in Kansas City. Working for the college basketball experience, people, that's the first thing they ask me about is, Big 12 and Big 12 is coming here. And I'm like, well, do you guys also realize that we have the MIAA and NAIA men and women come here every year? Those are huge. Those are great basketball games.
Yeah.
We have local colleges and universities that are in those divisions. And back to economy, but all the people that brings in and all the business that brings in, so I think that's something people forget about. They know Big 12, like you're saying, because KU, formerly because of MU, and K-State, all the teams that we consider local that are well known.
Sure.
But the month of March is insane for Kansas City.
It's
is awesome for Kansas City, and this year will be the first year that we host ever the men's and women's Big 12. So those will be occurring at the same time in Kansas City, at Municipal and at Sprint Center. And that's going to be just insane and awesome. It's going to be a little bit of an inconvenience if you want to work or get to downtown.
It's really fun going down there.
But
When those big tournaments are down here, that's a lot of fun because you get all the fans from all over the country, whatever teams are in there, and they're right here in Kansas City, and they're all repping their school, going to the bars and high fiving. It's just it's a lot of fun. I'm a Michigan fan, and so I get to go out when Michigan was here a while ago, for the tournament, and so I had all my Michigan gear, and other people from Michigan were here. I was like, I get to
Iowa travels really well. So that's always fun to see is how many people from Iowa are here.
It's because they got nothing else to do. They travel here all the time anyways.
And they stay, which is so cool for Kansas City. They stay. So it'll be
Iowans.
It'll be a week after Big 12, and there's still all these people with their Cyclone shirt, hooping it up at the CB. And I'm like, what are you guys still doing here? Big 12 is over. But they stay in Kansas City, and it's awesome. And they have Kelly's is their bar that, that's where you're going to always find all the Iowa people. So it's fun that they come here so often that they have their allegiance,
Oh,
so that's cool. They're
there's lots of Iowa people down here. It's gross.
Little foster children.
Idiots out wandering around, I believe, is the acronym for Iowa.
Oh my God. I can't talk bad about them. My best friend's from Iowa.
I've got plenty of friends.
Susie.
I got some really good friends from Iowa too. That's how I know these things. I've spent plenty of time. Well, not plenty of time. I've spent some time. I've gone on little trips to Ames before. Yeah, Iowa's cool. Some good deer hunting up there.
Oh yeah.
I like Iowa. Good people.
Good people.
Good people.
They boost our economy, so we gotta love them. For
I love
everything else, right?
Heck yeah, I'm not mad. I'm just giving them shit. Yeah, so you work for the college basketball experience.
College basketball experience. That's the official Hall of Fame for men's college basketball.
I should know more about that. I don't know. I do a lot of things in Kansas City. I go downtown all the time. All the time.
Been?
I've never been.
Oh my gosh, it's so much fun. Not just because I work there. I'm telling you, it is so much fun.
Is it free?
It is not free. It is an attraction like many other in Kansas City. Yes.
I got
kids.
It is
$15 for adults and $12 for youth. But we do promotions all the time. Like Martin Luther King Day will be open and will be $10 for everybody. So that's a good promotion. And then we do promotions, like I said, all the time, all year long. Just if you follow us on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter, we're constantly pushing out whatever promotion we're doing. But we're open year round. That's like the worst thing is people think we're only open in March or we're only open when Sports Center is open. No, we're open year round.
Oh, nice.
So, it is a Hall of Fame, so it's a museum. So we're open all year round. Wednesday through Sunday usually.
Okay.
So you can come in until 6 p.m. It's an attraction. You come in and you play basketball. There's a dozen plus exhibits, and you just go in there and play all kinds of basketball. And also there's just history all over the walls, so things you can read. And then my job there is I'm the event planner, so you can book an event at the Hall of Fame and have an event. So it's usually corporate events, but we do events of all kinds. So we have bar mitzvahs and weddings and political events, you name it. That's how I met the people at the Church of Scientology.
Oh,
they
cool.
had an event there. So we have events of all kinds there, and that's what I do.
What do you mean you can play basketball there? You have like one court, couple courts, or like what do you, or hoops?
Goodness
Like
gracious.
what? Like how big is this place?
We have a full-size basketball court.
Okay.
We have a half court, which is kind of like a street feel to it. And then every exhibit is for each skill set that you need to play basketball. So there's free throw, buzzer beater, 3-point, slam dunk, passing challenges, dribbling challenges, pop-a shot machines. There's an ESPNU desk where you can pretend like you're a sports broadcaster.
Ooh.
There's a teleprompter, gives you a script.
Cool.
Then the video plays back. You can email the video to yourself.
Boom goes the dynamite.
There's everything. There's a theater. And then, of course, there's the Hall of Fame, which shows everyone that we've inducted.
Well,
Yeah, so there's a huge ceremony that occurs in Kansas City every year. It's the Hall of Fame induction ceremony. It's actually a full weekend of events.
And what, the College Hall of Fame or what?
Men's College Basketball Hall of Fame. So we induct 6 to 8 players, coaches, contributors into the Hall of Fame every year. And so that happens every November. There's a formal ceremony for that. And then it is supported by a 2-day 14 basketball tournament.
Who got inducted last November?
Oh, goodness gracious. I'll look at my...
Somebody,
everything
anybody,
is like, let me look at my phone and...
Is there anybody
and refer back to all the
people
people
would
that
know?
were in it.
Like a big name? That
You know, if you're into basketball, there were definitely a lot of people that everyone was stoked about. My first year there was Shaquille O'Neal.
Oh, cool.
So I'm like, yeah, this is basically the coolest job ever.
No kidding.
I'm just hanging out with Shaq. It's fine.
Wow.
And then he came back, you know, because he's a DJ now.
Right.
So he came to Power and Light to DJ, and I was able to get VIP tickets to get a photo op with him. And I brought my sister, and so we're walking up to get our pictures. And as I'm walking up to him, he goes, "Hey, I remember you." And I'm like, "Oh,
no way.
This is my moment." I turned around to my sister.
Wow.
Did you hear him say that he remembered me? Because I'm pretty much a big deal now.
Wow.
Shaq remembers me. It was 2014. So
that is impressive. Holla at your
Yeah,
boy,
yeah,
Shaquille O'Neal.
right.
I am impressed.
Right. And he is just like you think he is. You know, sometimes you meet a celebrity in real life and it's kind of a letdown. No, he's just as awesome and cool and funny and quick-witted as you think he is.
That is so cool.
Yeah,
wow.
That was my definitely he's my brush with
Shaq's the
greatness
best.
moment. Yes.
He's so cool. He's the greatest.
He is.
Have you seen, did you see him eat the one chip challenge?
I don't know if I saw the one chip. I saw the hot sauce one where the one from Kansas City is the hot sauce that
The bomb,
got
or wait, not
him.
the bomb, but yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Mhm.
He did this one chip challenge, you know, that real hot chip. He did that on his NBA show
Mhm.
with like Charles Barkley and a
Mhm.
couple other guys. It is so good. He had to excuse himself. He was talking shit beforehand. He goes, "Hey, Charles, bet you I don't make a face when I eat this chip." And then he ate it, and then all of a sudden he coughed and made his face. And he had to walk off stage. He's like, "I didn't make a face. I just coughed." And then he started crying. He's like, "All right, Charles, I owe you $20." It was so good. It was so good. You got to YouTube that.
For sure.
Just Shaquille one chip challenge. It's worth it. Everybody out there, go stop this podcast now and go watch that. I'll wait.
He's awesome.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, what do you suggest people do? I don't know. What are some good things to do for someone visiting Kansas City for 3 days?
Oh gosh. Obviously, kind of depends on what your interests are, what you're into. But I mean, the college basketball experience, of course, it is fun, and it's
That sounds cool.
because it's the official Hall of Fame. It's only located in Kansas City, so I would say definitely anything like that you can't get anywhere else. It would be the things that you would want to do. So the World War I Museum is another great.
I haven't done that either.
It's an awesome museum. It's not totally my thing,
Mm-hmm.
but it is awesome. It is awesome. Their poppy exhibit that they did last year was gorgeous, and I believe
I've been
right
to the
now,
outside of it, the view,
Uh-huh.
where you can see the Kansas City skyline, but I haven't like gone into the museum and checked out.
It's an excellent museum, and yeah, if you go up to the top, great view.
Yeah.
I love the Nelson, as does everyone. It's a wonderful museum. It's free to get into, but the Kemper Museum is actually my favorite museum in Kansas City.
What's the Kemper Museum?
The Kemper is right by there, and it's a little more sort of contemporary, so it's a little more, it's not sort of traditional art museum like. Not to say that the Nelson doesn't bring in wonderful exhibits that are a little different, but I like the Kemper is kind of more my jam, my personal aesthetic. So I really like the Kemper Museum, and let's see, Chicken and Pickle is another awesome.
I haven't been there
local
either.
thing. Oh my goodness
I know,
gracious!
but I'm liking it. I've heard many good things about Chicken and Pickle. I've wanted to go.
Fun.
I've made plans to go there, but ended up doing something else instead.
It's something else that I love back to entrepreneurs and people in Kansas City and all of that. First of all, I mean, he did it right. Like everything about this concept and the way he did it, and
With Chicken and Pickle?
Yes.
Okay.
Like he did it right. And
Chicken and
it's
Pickle, for those
expanding.
of you who don't know, is like a bar restaurant thing with like outdoor games with pickleball.
Yes, they have indoor and outdoor pickleball courts.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So you can go there. I see. I thought it was like, all right, the season's kind of over.
You can go year round. You definitely, I would even say in weather like this, you would want to try to schedule online ahead of time to get a court.
Okay.
Definitely when the weather is nice. But people are still always out there. Whenever I drive by, people are still out there.
Pickleball's great.
Yeah. It is fun. It's easy to pick up in no time at all. So you can play pickleball, but like you're saying, they also have all the yard games, all the bar yard games. So you can go and have fun for free, enjoy those activities for free, all ages. I mean, they even have like hula hoops and things that just like little
It's all
3-year-olds can
ages.
pick up.
Okay. That's my next spot. I took my kid. I have a 6-year-old and a 3-year-old. And this Friday,
All ages.
I took them to Tapcade. And that was fun. We did a bunch of other stuff too, but that was one of the spots. That was the first time I took them to that.
I do love Tapcade as well.
That was fun.
And then, there's multiple levels. So you can go upstairs on the patio at Chicken and Pickle as well. They smoke their food there, their meat there. So it is delicious. Their food is delicious.
Okay.
It's not just bar food. It's made there. It's made well. High-end ingredients, so like even things like Brussels sprouts, so you don't usually see that, you know what I'm saying, and their Brussels sprouts rock. So their food is really good. They have a good menu. They have a full bar. They offer a lot of local products, so again, that's where I support, is people that support local as well. So SD Strong Distilling, being a local distillery, a local
What's the
brand
name
in
of it?
SD Strong Distilling.
Okay.
It's the world's only.
Oh, I see your little sticker there.
Yeah, that's my sticker.
SD Strong
Yes.
Distilling. Established 2012. Ooh, they're new.
The world's only distillery in a cave, and it's right here. It's in Parkville, Missouri. It's located in the caves that are under Park University.
You mean legal distillery?
Yes, that is a very proper correction. You're exactly right.
There's some hillbillies in some caves back there distilling
Absolutely.
some stuff.
Yes.
That's cool though.
Yes.
The legit, only legal, legit.
Yes. So
Nice.
that's a boutique distillery, grain to glass, all of their products, and they actually have concerts inside there. So it's fun to follow them in the cave. It's fun to follow them online because you can see what concerts are coming through, and it's all national touring acts who are coming through. So there's definitely people I have seen there that I'm like, you are. You can kind of tell someone's like right on the edge of like blowing up. And there's definitely people who I think I'm going to be able to say, like a lot of people in Kansas City saw Mumford and Sons before they were anything, So I think it's going to be kind of like that, where I'm going to be able to say I saw so-and-so and before they blew up. So there's real cool concerts come through there. They know what they're doing when they choose their music.
Sweet.
So, one of the local brands that I love to promote, because I love what they're doing, and anything that makes Kansas City look cool. I mean, hello, it's a distillery in a cave. That's stinking cool. So, Kansas City.
A lot of people outside of Kansas City, I bet, don't know our cave system. We have a lot of cave businesses, like in actual physical caves.
Yes.
There's a lot of stuff going on. Boulevard does stuff with caves. Like they do a lot of aging with some of their beers in these caves. Yeah, there's all kinds of. And there's some like right in the city.
Right. And in these caves, they are actually still actively mining for limestone. So during the business week, you actually will be able to feel dynamite blowing up. So if you ever kind of want a weird experience, you could go
I didn't
trying
know
to hang
that.
out while
Oh,
dynamite
cool.
blows up over, I guess, under your feet.
Right. Oh, cool. Wow.
Yeah, so that happens on campus. Those kids, I guess, they can't fall asleep at their desks when they're studying.
Are you paid by anybody to promote their stuff?
No, well, the college basketball experience.
Right. Well, you just work there. You're not paid to promote them. Yeah, you just like to. I like that. Organically pimp what you love.
Yep. Yes, I do.
Where else do you like to? Suggest some other local businesses that are, on your top of your brain for dope places, cool things. I see Messenger Cafe. I took my kids there. I go there all the time.
I do too. I like I was saying earlier, I really do try to go to a different place all of the time so I can give everyone my business and test them out and review them on Google so I can keep on improving my local guide's status. Messenger is definitely one that I go back to a lot. It's the ones that people actually suggest to me whenever I'm going for a business lunch or business coffee.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of the number one that everyone wants to go to, more than any other in Kansas City. So I'm there quite a bit. I begrudgingly took one of their rewards cards. I hate carrying those things around. I always say no. I'm like, okay, I could have had, I don't even know how many free coffees at this point. I need to go ahead and take one of those.
Yeah.
So I'm actually at Messenger Coffee quite a bit. I love Brewery Imperial. Have you been there?
No, I've heard of it.
Oh my gosh, it's probably one of my favorite places to hang out at that I go to a lot.
I don't try more spots. I try new spots here and there, but I have like I kind of stick around the Crossroads a lot.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of
well,
my
Brewery Imperial is in
jam.
the Crossroads.
Oh, maybe I have been there then.
It's the cool patio that's like a backyard sort of. It's just the kind of small gravel, and then they have the picnic table.
Oh, it's on the corner.
And it's got a bonfire.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And their food is
I think I've had one beer there.
Oh my gosh, their food is so good. And yeah, obviously they have their beers, but then they also have a full bar. So I like that if you don't want to have a beer, you can utilize the full
Do they have
bar.
like a hangar looking?
Right.
Okay, I have been
That's
there once.
them.
I've been there, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So that's another one that I love a lot that I go to pretty regularly.
Mm-hmm.
In Kansas City. Let's see what else. There's so many places that I love in Kansas City. It's hard for me to name them all as far as restaurants. I don't know if it's your jam necessarily, but the Russell is
the Russell?
The Russell is my go-to lunch place.
Okay.
It is amazing. It is on Main Street in 29th maybe.
Okay.
And it's all like locally sourced ingredients, and it is insanely good. It's one of those places where you're eating it and you're like, you catch yourself going, like with every bite, like you're 5 years old or something. But they have like half chickens. It's one of the best hamburgers in Kansas City.
Oh.
It's with, I don't know if it's short ribs but it's brisket or one of those kind of hamburgers that is like sort of chunky, versus ground down really fine.
I'm interested.
It's
the Russell.
It is excellent. They have I want to say it's a tri-tip, but their steak sandwich with chimichurri sauce. I've had well over half their menu, and there's nothing that isn't insanely awesome. I believe it's only open for lunch. I could be wrong, but it is delicious. It is delicious.
People that are coming into town, where would you suggest them not to go? Don't waste your time here. Don't waste your time doing this.
Any chain restaurant, because you can go anywhere.
Sure.
I'm anti-chain. Don't waste your time on the plaza. Sorry.
Don't waste your time on the plaza.
No, I don't understand.
Okay.
I'm not to say that there's not a handful of things. Parkway Social, go get a Manhattan from Drew. And then get out. I do like Monarch Bar. That's in a gorgeous bar. If you want an upscale cocktail, their cocktails are excellent. Their wine menu's excellent.
Well, the plaza is nice for like the holiday season when it's all lit up.
There's so many other places I'd rather go during the holiday season.
I don't go
to
there. It's too
celebrate.
crowded. I ain't trying to fight them crowds, but okay.
There's nothing about the plaza that excites me, so I say
it is it's a cluster.
Don't
Driving
bother.
down there's a nightmare. The park, you got to park.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, I like your answer. Great start.
Yeah,
Stay away from the plaza.
Go to River Market because it's fun to walk around. There's so much to do. There's so many cool places to eat,
during
drink,
the season,
hang
during
out,
the farmers
coffee,
market season. Yeah.
Betty Ray's, everything kind of that you would love to do. I think the River Market's a good place to, and even if you like just accidentally find your way inside Planters, that's a cool store to visit. There's a lot of cool stores to visit. Just to kind of spend some time, kill some time.
Yeah, River Market for sure. I do that I was just there the day after New Year's Eve. I went to the River Market by myself. It was a beautiful day, and I just wanted to see what was open because I was hungry. And a little Vietnamese place.
I love that Vietnamese restaurant.
Something Hong that would
Hyung
Hyung something whatever it was. Oh my gosh.
I love it there.
I had like some pho with chicken broth based with some seafood in it and sausage or something. Oh my, it was incredible.
Their bun is also really good. I also really like beignet. It's probably
I want to try that sometime too.
I would say it's my favorite Cajun, but there's the one in 18th and Vine I haven't been to yet, so I need to try them first before I can say that. But I think beignet, it's awesome, and their menu's insane. It's huge because you walk in this teeny little place and you look at the menu, you're like, wait a minute,
whoa, they got it all here.
How do you have room for this in your kitchen?
Yeah,
and it's excellent. I just went with one other friend, but both of our meals were terrific.
I think that'll be my next spot. Okay, and then you do something for the 18th, the fashion show. What is this fashion show?
West 18th Street Fashion Show.
West 18th Fashion Show. Okay.
So it is the original fashion show in Kansas City.
Beautiful.
And this year will be the 20th anniversary, and that is so cool.
Oh, wow.
And so it's a 100-foot runway that's on 18th Street in between Wyandotte and Baltimore. And it's,
I've been going down to that district a lot lately. I've been going down to the Green Lady Lounge a lot.
Oh, yeah. Green Lady's awesome. But they're promoting these up and coming designers, and it is so cool to see their designs and to see an actual fashion show. It's a legit fashion show. So, and it is awesome. You don't have to be into, fashion and totally obsessed with whatever the Vogue or whatever the magazine is for that.
How would you compare it? How would you compare this to the Pitches fashion show, KCFW?
So,
like, what's the difference?
Is avant-garde or bohemian the better word? I don't know how to describe it, but I just feel like this is so much more. I don't want to say the word legit. I don't know if that's the right word because I'm not in the fashion industry per se, but I just feel like it's more. And I don't want to say gritty because that sounds bad. That sounds like a negative put down. But it is authentic. Maybe authentic is a good word.
I like it. Okay.
The designers, you can tell these people have really, really been at it and trying and just the creative, the unique perspective of the fashion they're putting out. It is so fun to watch. And also their models that they choose are outside of the box models, so it's not just a bunch of 7 foot tall 80-pound sticks. That's so one note. That's boring. It is the most interesting variety of models and designs and talent and music. And I don't know if you know who Calvin Arsenia is, but if you don't, you should, because talk about someone who is also going to continue to put Kansas City on the map. It is Calvin Arsenia. He's a musician. He's the musical director this year. He performed last year. And what he does is insane. It is unbelievable. It's like the whole goosebump.
Oh, yeah? But by doing what?
Oh, my
Singing?
goodness gracious.
Okay.
So he plays a harp, an electric harp, in addition to other instruments.
A harp as in a harmonica or like the string,
like
the string thing. Okay.
And so the one that he performs with on this stage is an electric one, so it's smaller than a standard harp like you think. But he sings as well, and he like
opera style, like
he does
like
he does
that,
his
or
own take on it, kind of sort of, but like he is singing, and like halfway through the song, I'm like, oh my gosh, you're singing Britney Spears. I had no idea.
Oh, funny. Oh,
like,
cool.
Because he puts his own spin on it.
Gotcha.
And it's amazing. And like, I only know Britney Spears because I have a niece who's 27. Otherwise, I would not know who that is.
Oh, you don't lie to me.
No,
that's my girl.
Okay.
Watch your mouth about Britney Spears in this studio.
But but also alternative rock songs.
Okay.
He'll
Interesting.
So anything he'll take and twist in addition to his own music. But he is just brilliant. He is brilliant. So he's the musical director and will be performing as well. So this event is just, it's so cool. It's so cool. And again, like, I can't believe this is happening in Kansas City. Like, how are we this cool? This is something that would happen in New York. Like, no, it's happening.
And you
in
work
Kansas
for,
City.
what do you do for this fashion show?
So last year I volunteered as an event planner in their VIP event. So all of their sponsors, they throw a VIP event for them, and I just helped to put that together. And this year they asked me to help a little more. So I will be helping them to get sponsors because I have a background in nonprofit. And so I'm used to reaching out to people and asking for money.
Okay.
You have to not feel weird about asking for money. And I'm okay with that. If I'm passionate about the cause, I have no problem with it at all, obviously.
I got to get you passionate about this podcast.
I mean, sure.
Start asking for some money for me.
So I'm going to try to help find some sponsors for them.
Beautiful.
They do a good job with that every year, but this is the 20th. So we want to be able to do everything, that these artistic minds can dream up. We want to be able to make that come true. So I'm going to try to help them expand their sponsors and get more sponsors on board for this year to be a part of this event, which is just, if you've never been, you when you go, you'll be like, why have I never been? How
I
have
want to
missed
go.
out on this every year?
I definitely would like to go.
Mm-hmm.
How can I go?
It's free to attend.
Oh, really? I don't have to
Mhm.
get tickets?
You don't have to get tickets. You can purchase tickets if you want to sit in the front row. There's front row pricing.
How much
And
is
then
front row pricing?
I don't know what the pricing is this year. It's not online yet.
How much was it last year?
Don't quote me. I feel
But
like
give me, I
I
just
feel
want
like it was 75,
Okay.
but I could be wrong because I wasn't involved with that. But there's the front row pricing, and then there's spectator, which means second or third row, and that's the only seating. Everything else is standing, so that they can get, because it's on a street, so there's only so much room. Just like when you go to First Fridays, you know what it's like. So it is a 100-foot runway, though, so there is a lot of room to stand, but there is limited space in that regard. So there's only 3 rows of actual seating, and so you can buy a ticket to sit and have a great view, or you can just come and see it for free. But of course, if you're a sponsor, you get a front row seat as well.
How much are sponsors?
So that will be defined. So we meet tomorrow to finalize all of that. So I don't know what that's going to be yet, but I will know after tomorrow, and I will be promoting it and trying to get as many people on board as possible. It's a great group of people to be exposed to.
That sounds cool. I'm not a fashion dude by any sense, but
it's cool.
I mean, like I said, I like that part of the city. There's so much history involved there, and there's just I like it down there.
Film row.
That seems like something fun to do. See some music. Is it just the one dude that performs, or are there like different acts?
He's the only performer.
Okay.
Yes. He'll play a good variety of music.
Do they serve alcohol and stuff down there?
There is not
food trucks or anything.
There's not alcohol. It's
because it's outside.
Yes. But what you have in your pocket.
I didn't say
Who's
that.
to say what's in this water bottle that is not see-through?
Yeah, right.
So you do you.
You do you. That's
Yes.
even better. That's even better. I don't have to go. How about food trucks? Do they have food trucks there?
I don't know if there was food trucks because
there needs to be, huh?
Yeah.
Let's get on that.
Any food truck who posted up would definitely have a big audience to cater to.
I think that's something they need to let these people know. Get some food trucks out there.
There's a couple of restaurants right there on those corners that I'm sure that reap the benefits of the fashion show.
That seems pretty conducive for some food trucks, though.
Yeah.
Throw some more variety out there. That's cool. I want to go to that. When did you say that was?
So that's June 13th.
June 13th.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Yes.
It's a ways away.
Anniversary, West 18th Street Fashion Show.
When it gets closer, let me know, and I'll advertise it. I'll advertise it a lot on here.
Cool.
And definitely, I want to go, and I'm curious to see what kind of sponsorship plans you guys have. Maybe I can put the word out there, and maybe people will hear that through here and reach out to you guys. I don't know. I'm the same as you. I love Kansas City. I'm not born and raised here.
Oh, no.
But I call it home, and I consider myself very Kansas Cityan because I could choose to live wherever I want, and I choose Kansas City.
I love it because of just the variety of different types of people and different things you can do. And, we just continue to get cooler, I think. My uneducated feeling on it is from the All-Star game when we were able to get that, and so many people, whether it was like just individuals tweeting out about Kansas City or the actual announcers and people, that are more nationally known, talking about Kansas City and what a great experience they had, and that there is more to do here. It's not just a flyover state. It's not just a cow town. Oh my gosh, we couldn't believe it. There's good restaurants here.
Right.
Like you didn't know there was James A. Beard award-winning chefs here. That's your ignorance. We're sorry that you didn't know that.
Yeah.
We've been eating really well. We've been eating barbecue really well forever, but we've been eating all kinds of food really well here in Kansas City for a long time. And with all the cool breweries, thank you Boulevard for probably being who put us on the map with that.
Oh yeah.
But Boulevard breweries and local distilleries and all of the roasteries, is that the right word?
Yep.
Roasters, coffee roasters, and I mean roastery. Obviously, the business itself is amazing,
Yeah,
but all of the cool coffee. We have just so much great stuff to enjoy here in Kansas City.
KC is the best.
It is.
I love it.
It is.
Thanks for coming on and
Yeah.
pimping KC.
My pleasure.
If
It's what I do.
people want to find out more information or follow you, like how can they kind of follow you? Where's the best place to follow along with your stuff? And then also if they have any questions to reach out to you.
Instagram, Celeste's KC, Celestes KC is my Instagram handle, and that's probably the best way. Probably where I talk the most KC is on Instagram.
Instagram's the best.
I'm trying to
Perfect for that.
master it. I'm not by any means a master. I'm definitely still a novice, but hopefully I'll get there.
Well, you're gonna get there now that you got the information from Getting Likes.
Getting likes, yep, they're gonna help me get there.
And now that the holiday's over and you can focus more on that.
Yes.
I look forward to seeing what you have coming up.
Thank you.
And thank you for being on the show. Like
My
I said,
pleasure.
I'm
Super
all about
fun.
pimping KC too. I mean, it's
Yeah.
my passion, and I'm so glad there's someone else out there that loves it and is pimping it as much as you are. It's awesome.
It's my jam.
Can I get a fist bump from you?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Celeste, I appreciate it. We're out of here. Bye.
Okay.